Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining us here in the charts. You're tuned into the Market Beast edition. It is your fellow compadre speaking, of course. So just a really quick follow-up for those of you who are following us with Amazon, just kind of give you guys an update on what we spoke of just yesterday. I think it was about the diamond formation pattern just not developing as we would like for it to have. It's not an ideal setup. And obviously, it looks as if the sellers are going to make a move here. So we're going to go over that in this video. Stick around to the end. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. We go over this 7 days a week. So definitely join us here. The channel is growing. The YouTube algorithm is starting to recognize the channel. We appreciate every single one of you guys for helping us out with that, including our loyal subscribers. So let's go ahead and get into this Amazon stock chart here, shall we? All right, so today's January the 11th, 2021, and the current price of Amazon is going to be $3,114.35. It's down about 2.1% for the day, okay? All right, so right now, guys, and I realized that on the previous video, I said that it needed to close above the green line in order for it to be bullish, and below the red line in order for it to be bearish, but I did not explain what would happen if it closed in between these two lines, okay? Well, obviously, the sellers have stepped into the market, okay? And if it did close, which it did close this weekly candle, we just have this is the new weekly candle open here, and it obviously has gapped down. But I guess it's no real point explaining it now. But if the price were to close in between in the middle, it would be either person's, play at that point. The sellers could take control, the buyers could take control, but it's obvious that the sellers are going to make a break for it here. Now, here's what I'm going to expect. Remember, Amazon is in a bullish trend. Let's make sure that we're all on the same page about what's going on with Amazon. Amazon is in a bullish trend. But it's obvious that the sellers have stepped into the market and they're going to make a move. Remember, this has to be considered as consolidation. This diamond formation pattern is going to be considered as consolidation as the price bounced up and down within this range. And let's just take a really quick measurement once again so that we're all on the same page and understand that this consolidation took place for 182 days as far as what I can measure here on the weekly candles. So this means that if the sellers are truly stepping into the market right now, if the sellers are truly stepping into the market right now, this consolidation range will likely produce the amount of the impulse leg down is going, how much the impulse leg to the downside is going to be. In other words, let's just say 182 days is going to only produce, say, I'm just going to throw a random number out there, 7% to the downside. So that means that the buyers are going to step in and say, okay, sellers, that's all you got. They're going to pick up the price wherever the sellers cannot continue the momentum to, whether that's going to be all the way down to $2,946, which was the example that I just used. Just a random number I threw out there, guys. The buyers will then step into the market. And I think we did use this as an example where this will likely not perform as well as it is breaking out within a bullish trend. Okay, it'll probably like come down and then the buyers will just consolidate and just kind of push that price to the upside. I've seen this happen before. Okay, I've actually seen this more than numerous of times, more than like 2 or 3 times. I've seen this play out before. So that is still a possibility, but just be open that, you guys should have a strategy before you enter this market. We had this strategy before we even entered the market, and we didn't even see the evidence in the signs, the evidence in the charts to suggest that it's okay to enter the market, okay? Again, for those of you who are just joining us, we were looking at the 3,200 approximate level for the price to at least close above on the weekly in order for the price action to suggest that it wants to move to the upside. That did not play out. That's irrelevant information. But here's what I'm expecting, guys. We'll probably see a move to the downside. Obviously, I don't sound like a genius for saying that now, but if the buyers truly want to turn this around, like there's a few barriers that they need to break above like now. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't think it's likely. Obviously, that could change. But what the buyers need to do right now, well, within the next week, I don't want to say 2 weeks, definitely within the next week, the buyers truly need to step in and push the price back above at least the minimum of $3,200 in order for this to really kind of become null and void in terms of a bearish breakout to the downside out of this diamond formation pattern. Okay, so that needs to happen within 7 days. If it doesn't happen within 7 days, then we should probably expect a little bit more downwards pressure in the market. We're probably going to get a lot of people shaking out of Amazon over the next 2 weeks, up to 3 weeks or so. I do think it'll probably take a good 2 or 3 weeks or more for this price to just finish out, potentially have a flush out here, and potentially reverse in the market here. But again, I already have verification, guys, that the $3,400 level, $3,500 level will likely happen. The only problem that I'm having is understanding whether or not there's going to be a severe retracement. And this is probably not what the bulls want to hear, but I'm just going to throw it out there anyways. And I'm going to risk getting a thumbs down for this, but I have to be transparent with you guys in terms of what I see in the charts, okay? And I just put a line on the chart, and someone probably already shaking their head like, nope, not going to happen, dude. Don't even say it. I'm going to say it right now. The price could potentially get as deep of a retracement all the way down here to this red line at the previous level of resistance at about $2,079. Okay, I know that's not what the bulls want to hear, but hey, that's what it is, guys. This is what the technical data is suggesting. I'm just a neutral party providing this information, okay? Do I think that's going to happen? Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. Even if it were to happen, I think there would have to be a much more lengthy consolidation extending beyond 182 days, which is what we have here in this diamond formation pattern. I think it would take a lot longer than that in order to have a substantial drop of that magnitude to the downside. And that's just my speculative observation of as far as what I've seen take place in the markets. Again, these are the monthly candles, guys, okay? So that's basically what I'm seeing. I do see a point of control. I mean, if it does get pretty nasty to the downside, going all the way down to 2,400, like 2,500, excuse me, I think that's a much more practical place for the buyers to just kind of step in very aggressively and eventually meet those overhead targets that I'm seeing suggested through the candlesticks and the volume. So that is also a possible scenario to play out. We do have about 18 days to close on this monthly candle. I do think that the buyers still have a unique opportunity to step in and rescue this. Well, not rescue, but to step in very aggressively and turn this what it appears to be a downwards pressure. It's not a trend, it's in an uptrend. But yeah, I mean, you can see it here on the 3-day as well, guys, and it even came up to that line and it found resistance. So that's not an ideal sign. If you could see that on the 3-day there, it kind of came up and it actually used that lower line that's been acting as support on this diamond formation pattern as resistance. So that's definitely noteworthy if you guys are long the market. Again, this is not to scare anyone. I mean, honestly, if this scares you, then you're probably, one, you're over leveraged in the market. You're using too much capital to participate. And two, you probably don't have a strategy of entering and exiting these markets. Okay, that should be predetermined before you hit that buy button, guys. So, I mean, if I sound harsh, that's fine. You just have to take that, guys. Someone has to tell you that, because I know your brokers are not going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you anything you want to hear so that they can continue to get the money out of your account and just have you continue to invest. I'm the neutral party who's going to tell you exactly how it is and what you need to hear and how you can move forward in protecting your portfolio in case something like this takes place if you're playing it to the long side and you're on the wrong side of the market, guys. So just keep that in mind as you participate, or use that, or know that is essential if you are going to participate in these markets. Okay, you guys are gonna get yourselves hurt out here if you don't have a strategy. We have a strategy. Again, we did not enter this market. We would love to enter this market on Amazon, but so far the signs in the charts are just not suggesting a practical entry for us. And hopefully you guys have a strategy moving forward into the next week or 2 or 3 or even longer in Amazon if you are playing this to the long side. So that's all I wanted to stop and let you guys know that, I mean, again, obviously it looks like the price is going down. I'm no genius for stepping in and saying that now, but that's what it looks like, guys. Okay, my price target, a potential price target, is just under $3,000 for Amazon over the next week or 2, possibly 3 weeks. I highly doubt it's going to take that long if this is an official break down below this diamond formation pattern. I don't see why it's going to take longer than 2 weeks to play out here in this instrument, guys. So that's all I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Leave an appropriate thumb below the video, at least for my honesty here, guys. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong about this. That's fine. You can roast me in the comment section a week from now and say, dude, you were wrong. It's at 3,700. I'm super comfortable with that, guys. So leave those comments down below. And also, yeah, before you guys go, we also cover the alternative markets. If you guys are into Bitcoin and altcoins, we cover that 7 days a week. So subscribe. Join us, guys, here on our journey as we maneuver through these markets the best that we can. We're not professionals. If we make mistakes, correct us down in the comments section. We're very open to discussing anything with you guys. So just go ahead and let us know down in the comments section. What do you guys see in the Amazon stock here over the next 3 weeks? So thank you for your time. Take care of yourselves, guys. Protect your portfolio. We're going to talk very soon. And bye for now. Take care, guys.